If you or a loved one has cancer, there's new hope tonight. A groundbreaking clinical trial is now looking for local patients to get the latest technology to fight tumors, and all the treatment is free.
Medical reporter Meg Ferris has the touching story of one man with terminal cancer who is hoping this is the answer.
New Orleans is not the place James Wayne Leonard ever thought he'd live. In fact, it was a completely different culture from his home in Indiana, a place he never planned to leave. But then he was offered the job of CEO of Entergy in the late 90s.
I wasn't sure that the cultural change that was necessary was possible.
He took the financially troubled company through a hostile takeover and replaced the expensive paintings in his CEO office suite with pictures of Entergy customers. It was a way to make a statement about who was the most important to him. Meanwhile, he fell in love with the Crescent City.
It turned out, as I got to know people, it was amazing how the New Orleans welcoming type culture that is so inherent in the city was so conducive to what I wanted to get done in terms of just customer service and focus on that instead of trying to make money.
Wayne never left, raising 3 daughters here. But in his 50s, there was a speck on his lungs, so tiny doctors could not find it in surgery. Still, part of his lung was removed. The speck turned out to be nothing, but years later, in his 60s, Wayne, who never smoked and never was around smokers or asbestos, developed stage 4 inoperable, incurable lung cancer. Doctors say it's rare, but the scar on the lungs from the surgery may have been the cause. Wayne began years of chemo.
Of course, you're hoping for a reduction in the size of tumors, and that's kind of overreaching a little bit, but it was stabilized for about 8 months.
Some battles were won, but the war was not. His cancer spread.
The fear that I started to have was when they came in the room and told you they were out of options.
During Wayne's treatment, he began to emphasize with the many patients on the other end of that chemo IV drip.
Cancer was really not on the radar screen so much until you have it. And then it's at the forefront when you see how difficult, as difficult as it is for you, when you see how difficult it is for others.
So the man who grew up without means and became financially successful decided to do something.
When you have the opportunity then later in life where you can give back, you feel a lot of responsibility to do that. And so we've always done that.
He gave $1 million to the place he chose to be the warrior in the cancer fight with him, the Ochsner Precision Cancer Therapies program in the Benson Cancer Center.
The oncologist that I was going to select was probably the biggest decision I'd ever make.
Now at 67, just when chemo was no longer working and Wayne was out of any hopeful options, the Ochsner program was selected as one of the places in the U.S. to get the STRATA trial. It offers revolutionary cancer treatment, one where solid cancer tumors are tested for their unique genetic code. Then, specific medicines, some not even on the market yet, are matched to fight them.
By offering patients these new breakthroughs, these new drugs, often years before they would hit the market, we're giving people an opportunity here, an opportunity to live longer, to hopefully live a better life with less symptoms.
But a week ago, I was experiencing anxiety symptoms, so I'm probably about as hopeful at the moment.
Wayne will join 100,000 other people with cancer in this clinical trial, and he knows there's a correlation between people who have hope in their hearts and those who live longer. And he's hoping that attitude with this new scientific study will allow him the time to see his grandchild grow up.
You can't feel sorry for yourself, when you look at your life, because I've had so many good breaks. People that gave me opportunities that I never thought I'd get.
Meg Ferris, Eyewitness News, Medical Watch.
Patients with any type of advanced, incurable cancer or solid tumor or lymphoma could qualify for this genetic tumor study and treatment. For more on this trial or any other Ochsner clinical trials, call 888 995-7405. We also have a link on our website, wwltv.com.